So I've been using this K780 keyboard for about, I don't know, like maybe 3 or 4 years, and it's been a great keyboard. I've since moved on to their Pop Keyboard. One of their latest iterations of the keyboards is a mechanical keyboard, which was released I think in November of 2021, I could be mistaken. But I really enjoy their kind of rounded edges and, you know, the roundness of these keys instead of that typical rectangle shape you would find on a normal keyboard. I've used this for over like a year now, and I didn't realize how much noise it produced. Normal typing like this, the noise, I haven't gotten used to it. So trying to look for a way, find a solution to try and mitigate that. So I came across a Reddit post saying you would disassemble this entire thing, add foam underneath, and that will help with the noise. Another comment suggested something called an O-ring. So that's when these things come in. Oh, that's the back of it. That's when these things come in. It comes with like, let me just take it out of the package here. Comes with a tool. So I've taken one key out. If you take a look at the back, you'll see kind of like a column here in the middle. You put the O-ring right through here, kind of insert it. Wow! And apparently that helps with the noise. So a pack of 120 of these cost around $9 on Amazon. So I think that's enough to double it up on each key on the keyboard. So I'm gonna do 2 tests here, and they're both gonna involve me typing fiercely on a speed type test website. The first test involves using a keyboard without O-rings completely, measuring the speed at which I type, but most importantly, it's gonna measure the noise. And the second test I'm gonna do with the O-rings installed, and that way we can see whether or not that will affect my type speed, and also, again, most importantly, the noise that this thing produces. So nope, it's not gonna work with the tool. And this is where I would put today's sponsors. If I had one. Okay, so we got 127 words per minute, 94% accuracy. Okay, 120 words per minute, accuracy 91%. Well, there you have it. 2 tests. The first test we just did is without the O-ring, and the second test with the O-rings installed. One thing I wanted to mention first is that I've tripled up on some of these keys here with O-rings. So for example, the space bar, the backspace, I've been tripling up the keys that I use the most. That also includes vowels like A, E, I, O, U, and also typical letters such as the letter S, letter L. I think it's quite typical in the English language. I did end up having extra O-rings, so I installed 2 extras on some other keys like the arrow keys here and the shift key, and as well as some other keys here as well, like the number keys. Looking back on the footage between the 2, having the O-rings installed made a substantial improvement in terms of noise, especially when I'm typing in a somewhat relaxed state. I can definitely hear and feel a difference as well. Makes it overall a much more pleasant experience. One thing I also want to talk about is the travel distance of using a mechanical keyboard. Going into it, I didn't realize this, but when I first used it, I was quite surprised how much pressure I needed to press down in order to activate a key. Go to the very bottom of this keyboard, right? Compared to my old K780 keyboard here, if I could try to replicate it, right? It's like just a millimeter
millimeter press, very easy on the fingers. Having the O-rings installed doesn't change the fact that I need to press lower on this keyboard, but what it does accomplish is it provides a bit of a pushback and a bit of a spring in each of these keystrokes here, which is quite nice. It creates a lovely experience. For someone who types a lot on a day-to-day basis, I think this is such a huge improvement and basically a win. I hope this has been insightful. This is Nico. Wow! Offering the occasional tech support here and there. If you like what you see and want to support me as a creator, hit that like button down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.